I did wake up this morning and realize I didn't get any coffee. Like, I didn't buy any coffee in preparation for Lay Blizzard 2026.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so instead I had a Diet Coke at 8 a.m. Which
Wow, paging
worst things
cross.
have happened. Yeah.
I
Worst things have
can't
happened.
do Diet Coke as a morning drink. I need that bean juice. I need that bean water.
Religiously and spiritually, it did feel wrong.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
a Diet
Yeah.
Coke is for
What
the
about ethically?
afternoon.
Ethically, we don't have those
ethically, you know, Coca-Cola, palm oil, coffee beans, conflict zones.
Aspartame,
Yeah.
you know, et cetera, so on and so forth.
I
Yeah.
actually heard they were going to make the aspartame free range.
Organic.
Organic,
Cage
conflict
free,
free.
pasture raised.
Yeah. That's
You
why I
know?
like to eat things with more chemicals in them, because you know, if it's lab grown, essentially, there's less room for, you know, abuses of the environment to sneak in.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can trust the scientists behind our greatest foods.
Although this
always
does
do.
contradict one of the foremost tenets of this podcast,
True.
which is that we are a staunch anti-STEM podcast.
Yes.
Yes.
No more STEM.
Get the women out of STEM. I think that was one of my earlier
All
takes.
gender
Not just
identities.
the women.
Yeah.
All gender
Everyone.
identities out of
Gender
STEM.
inclusive of no
Men,
STEM.
women, NBs,
Yeah.
out of STEM.
Well, the way this administration
we don't care
is
who your
working-
pronoun, like what your pronoun is.
Yeah.
Just get the fuck out of STEM.
Yeah, regardless
Yeah.
of hair color or line tattoo, like you don't need to be studying STEM.
No.
Low-key,
definitely
I do
not.
know a lot of really evil they-thems in STEM. But maybe that's a
Well-
personal problem.
Well, this is how you know it's actually a problem, because it crosses all, you know,
Yes.
regions and boundaries. STEM is an issue. We need to close the labs, and we need to get people back in the library.
Yes.
Reading just fiction, you know, doing arts and crafts.
Yeah.
Did
Exactly.
you
Bring
guys,
back crafts.
Did you guys watch the new Vince Gilligan show Pluribus?
No.
No, but lots of white guys told me I need to watch it though.
Yeah, I didn't finish it because it was.
Oh.
I like TV that relaxes me, and
Oh,
it didn't.
seems
It
not
wasn't doing
relaxing.
that at all.
The key art for the show is a woman looking quite distressed.
Yes, and she's like the only person on Earth who can be distressed anymore, or you know, relatively.
Oh.
There's basically a lab leak where there's like this kind of
Oh.
hive mind thing that comes out, and so like everyone thinks as one, and so everyone is happy, and they all provide for each other's needs communally. It's like, you know, on some level, it's like communism. It sounds nice, but wouldn't you miss being angry?
That's
And you know what? I guess I would.
I can imagine the pull quote now on the Subway ad.
Yeah. Victims of communism, just having
Yeah.
enough to eat.
You know, I feel like anytime TV is high concept,
Yeah.
like trouble, like that way lies trouble.
Trouble will follow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you guys watching?
Yeah.
Are you guys what are you guys watching? Let's just do it really quick. What are you watching?
Okay.
I mean, I'm now watching basically exclusively U.S. traders.
he's
yeah,
on the clock.
I'm a couple episodes behind now, or at least one behind, but I'm locked the fuck in. I
Yeah.
love it.
The
Yeah.
last one I watched was
I gotta
was
recommend
Rob
it to my
voting
mom.
out,
Oh, that was so good.
and then
a nice
Candace.
high drama moment.
Honestly, so smart on his part. He came to play.
Yeah.
He came to win. I'm officially recommending this show to my mother, one of our top listeners. Ignore that spoiler. Spoiler alert.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
well,
Ignore the
we'll-
spoiler you already heard. It doesn't matter
Yes.
because you don't know
Well-
who the people are.
No, I
Just
mean,
Katherine, you're welcome to join. We're recording a special edition season 4 Traders recap episode this Friday. If
Oh,
you
I
would
would
like
love
to
to.
join.
Well,
Come
you know,
on in.
Friday evening. I don't know. That's
Friday
it's
at
not-
Friday at 5.
It's you, me, Jack,
Uh,
Caitlin, and Sam.
Wow. Well, you know, that's a crowd. I don't need to force myself in. And you know, I like to start drinking at about 3:30.
Yeah, we'll save
kidding.
We'll
That was
save
a
your
joke.
appearance for the Oscars pod.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I am really
Yes.
looking
The big
forward
one.
to that. I have to accelerate my watching.
So do I.
Yes.
I started
did-
watching Hamnet.
Oh boy.
Oh, you started but didn't finish? Wow.
No, I did not finish.
High
I did- also-
praise.
Still haven't finished Frankenstein.
Still haven't finished Frankenstein.
Don't know
Oh,
if
you
I
know what I
will.
just RSVP'd to today, friends and pals? The WGA screening with Jacob and Bradley. So that was a +1 I couldn't give away, but I'm going.
Wait, why is Bradley Cooper?
Yeah, I forgot he's not in it, but it's Bradley Cooper. It's like
he's
a
like
Q&A where he's
moderating.
doing it.
Yeah.
Clearly Jacob
Random.
Elordi does not want to be asked a single question about like being hot or not being very nice to fans or how's the weather up there.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Did you see Wuthering Heights?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
Emerald
Cinema's
Fennel. Emerald Fennel, you are on fucking notice. I despise what you do. Go back to your castle, you landed gentry ass.
But
Yeah.
you've despised her from day
From
one.
the jump.
I'm being proven right again and again. My most
Yes.
popular Letterboxd review is about Promising Young Woman, a movie that I despised.
Yes.
Listen,
you're not new to this. You're true to this.
True to this,
Yes,
exactly.
exactly.
The second foremost tenet of this podcast, after number one being the anti-STEM podcast, the second being
Yes.
Emerald Fennell is our least essential voice in
Wow,
cinema.
you pronounced it correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
as opposed
I-
to Emerald Fennel. Like
I assumed that you were doing Emerald
verb.
Fennel like as a dig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to
Definitely.
respect her by saying her name correctly.
No, I mean, I think that's fine.
I got 2 tickets to opening day, which is embarrassing to say because I was supposed to go with my best friend who wanted to see it. Female. A female. I just hate the word female for whatever
Best
reason.
friend.
Anyway,
parentheses,
my
female.
Female.
Close
best a woman
parentheses.
friend,
Yeah.
because she wanted to see it opening day, and then she couldn't anymore, so Will was just pressed into service. And
That's his job.
yeah, it is. But it was like it was a
Gender
sold out
roles are good.
screening of so many book talk women.
Girlies. Yeah.
Like, they probably had to change out some seats after that. And I did not think that it was particularly horny. I don't know. People are undersexed in this society.
Well, that's like everyone was like, oh, like Saltburn is so like wild and over the top. I will admit the only things I've seen from Saltburn are like those 2 scenes.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is what you're like all losing your shit about?
It's all about titillation. It's not about like
Yeah.
anything sexy. Like I stand by my take, which is like they don't make sexy movies for adults anymore. In part because they
No.
don't make any movies for adults. They make PG-13 movies and they make superhero movies and whatever Emerald Fennell just did.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can talk about it on the Oscars pod, even though I hope it got
Yeah.
no nominations.
Well,
So let's
that
get
would
to
be
the
for
damn
next year's
news.
that would be for next
Yeah.
year's Oscars pod. anyway.
Yes,
So
I'm
there's
sure
nothing
it's
to
gonna
worry
clean
about.
up. It's gonna clean up
Yeah.
for sure.
I don't need to see any more music videos. I've seen enough. So.
That was exactly what I said leaving it. I was like, that was a very long Charlie XCX music video, which you would think I would like. Just
But I
those-
mean, like it really like you gotta lose a little respect for Charlie, like being involved
never.
in that.
Honestly, I like
but close.
the record, the soundtrack. It's fine. I thought.
She got
Yeah.
Sky Ferreira to come out of hiding. We
Wow.
applaud
Yeah.
her for
Well,
that.
that's like
At a witness production and
That's like-
into the booth.
that's like
She
Haley's
recorded
that's like
at a-
Haley's comet.
yeah.
once
she
once every
recorded
900 years,
She recorded
it flashes
in
through
a
the sky.
yeah. Well, here's to the next one.
Yeah.
She recorded from a
And-
secure location.
Yeah, the same place Brandy Carlisle holds Joni Mitchell hostage.
Oh yeah, that's our other big tenet for the pod. Free Joni Mitchell.
Yeah, from
Dude,
Brandy
and what-
Carlisle's grasp.
You think Brandy Carlisle's holding her hostage in a basement somewhere?
Oh yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Why-
probably like
why?
a nice. It's probably like a decently decorated basement,
Yeah.
but there is no escape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because.
They're always seen together. They're never not seen together
Yeah.
in a way that's disturbing.
Was Joni
Yeah.
Mitchell at the Super Bowl? Didn't Brandy Carlisle
No,
sing?
but Brandy Carlisle was there, and so we were talking about how like, wow, she got a night
Yeah.
off from holding Joni Mitchell hostage.
Yeah.
I like this bit. I'm revealing myself not to be a completist of the pod. And for that,
That's
and
okay.
for that, I will atone.
Katherine, you would be shocked to know that's everyone,
Yes.
except for the people on it.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
you know.
I mean, what else is new?
Jack, do
Yeah.
your parents listen to the pod? Mine are now listening to the pod together, which I think is very cute.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, are
my
they-
parents, as far as I know, are not listening. I think maybe like one time they have.
They could also be watching it on YouTube.
They could be watching it on our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe if it's right for you and your family.
Thank you for saying the disclosure. Thank you.
Yes,
It's important.
Yes. My mom like listened at least once and then pronounced it as not for her.
Well, it's
and I
barely
was like-
it's barely for us.
And
So
I was like, well, I'm
Makes
not
sense.
going to argue with you
you know what I mean?
about that. So like, yeah, I don't think they're like tuning in all the time.
Yeah,
Let's put
they're
it
not.
that
They're
way.
not. They're not liking and subscribing to us on YouTube because they don't think it's right for their family.
No.
Which is technically your family, but
Yeah.
although I worry sometimes we might be getting we might accidentally get sucked up into the right wing YouTube algorithm because like the automated clips it selects for the YouTube Shorts and they auto title them. One of them, like the most prominent one I see on my YouTube is take STEM out of schools.
Yes. My other favorite one is anti-Italian.
Yeah.
Now that is very funny, and that is a form of racism that is okay and allowed.
That's what
Yes.
that's what the clip is about.
Literally.
America. Are you sure I'm not a guest on it? Yeah, Americans
Yeah,
need
your
to release
anti-Italian spidey senses started tingling.
Yeah, seriously. I've got other senses, but I would prefer not to say them out loud on the pod.
Yes. Our fourth most tenet of this pod, first being take STEM out of schools. 2,
Yeah.
Emerald Fennell is our least essential voice in cinema. 3 being, what's third again?
Free Joni Mitchell.
Free Joni Mitchell. And 4, the anti-Italian racism is acceptable.
Yeah. Wow.
Our
I'm
Bill
I
of
mean,
Rights.
like,
We're
listen,
really laying it all out for the people at home.
like now
Which is
now there's a political platform that I can get behind.
Get behind.
You know, like if
What a
Trump tomorrow at the State of the Union was like, I have 4 things to say. End
Oh, God, that's
STEM,
tomorrow.
get Emerald Fennell out of Hollywood, free Joni Mitchell, and Italian stereotyping is fine. I'd be like, okay, maybe he does have the answers. Yes, it is
Wow.
tomorrow.
Time will tell. Time will tell. Heaven only knows. Heaven and Stephen Miller only know.
Yes.
Boy, oh boy. Well, it sure was a news weekend out there, wasn't it?
Wow, thanks, Catherine.
Great transition.
We haven't even done the intro. yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Welcome to Discourse Pod, the podcast where we discuss discourse, brought to you by Discourse Blog. Jack is here.
Hey.
Producer Sam on the keys. And back with us in the third chair, Katherine.
Hello.
Hey.
Thank you so much for having me. How
Wait
have you
a
two
minute.
enjoyed your Blizzard days also?
Oh,
we
it's
can
been
backtrack to
it's been great.
most people haven't heard, if they live outside of New York City, that New York City is in the midst of a blizzard. You know, New York
one
City
for
weather
ages.
news is not forced on the rest of the nation quite enough. So just want you guys to know, blizzard.
It's a top
happening.
10 blizzard of all time.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, finally something semi-positive in the top 10. You know, it's just like, rates of maternal mortality or life expectancy's falling or,
Yeah.
deporting immigrants. Now it's just like a fun weather fact. We needed that.
Yes. Yes.
Most snow.
Yes,
most
most
snow.
snow.
Yeah.
I think it stopped snowing by now.
Yes, I think so.
Who could
I
even
actually
tell
have to-
anymore?
I have to get out there and get some snow in a little Tupperware. It's apparently good enrichment for cats.
Oh, how?
Yeah.
Like,
How is it? What do you put them in the Tupperware with the snow?
Well, no, just just let them kind of bat at it and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, like it's a fun toy for them.
Yeah, and like it's just another liquid spilled on my floor by cats. So what?
Yeah.
What's
the
it to
diff?
me?
Yeah.
what's
Have
the
you been
diff?
out? Did you go outside today?
I did. I'm outing myself as a driver in New York City. We dug out the car.
Oh, how was that?
It was bad. The snow was very heavy. But the last time there was a big snowstorm, it got, we did not see to that fast enough, and so the car was trapped, and so we couldn't go to Wegmans for like 2 weeks. nightmare.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah, that's what we use the car for.
Makes sense.
I saw a car.
You go to that nice new one in Brooklyn, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I saw
That's
I
a
saw
good
a
one.
giant truck today on my block, like
And you called 911 immediately.
like forcefully, like park into a giant like snowdrift.
Okay.
Like there's just this huge like the snow is like 2 feet tall and like packed in, and this car was and like whoever was driving it was like, I am parking in this parking spot, like I don't give a shit. And it was just like in the middle of the street, people gawking at it and just
Yeah.
like revving and like slamming itself back into the parking spot. I was like, okay, there have to be other solutions here.
Did you head out
metaphor
and
for our time.
kind of join the community effort to lift the front of the truck so it could go on its merry way?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. I'd been out before then, so I was like, well, I've seen the outside. I don't need to
You're
go
like,
out
I've
there
already
again.
lifted. I actually already lifted the car of a mother of an orphan or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For Jack,
out of the
community
snow.
stops there.
Yes. No, I
Well-
help one orphan a day,
Yeah.
and then besides that, you're on your own.
Speaking of people not getting into heaven,
Yeah.
it was reported this week by Axios that the DNC's still secret and not seen 2024 election autopsy report reportedly concludes that a big reason why Kamala lost in 2024 is because the Biden administration's approach to, what's the word I'm looking for? Genocide in Gaza. You hate
Who
to
would
hear
have
it.
fucking guessed? Who would have fucking guessed? That's why the autopsy report remains secret. That's why it will stay secret, is because no one on their like speaking circuits, not the Pod Johns, not anyone else. I just realized today, editing a piece, 2 other Biden administration officials have now launched a podcast for Vox. And
Yes.
like crazy.
Yes.
Like no one is paying the price for this, and none of these people in the aftermath have had any interest. They're all like, oh, it was the shortest campaign of all time, or, people just have issues with women. And, being highly charitable, I'll say maybe those were also factors a bit, but they
Or maybe
refuse to
it's
give
D,
any.
all the above.
Yeah, they refuse to give any credence to the idea that refusing to step away from a genocide and just say this is bad might have turned off a few voters, especially young voters.
I just want to read this tweet from Izzy Breen, who used to do comms for Ilhan Omar. Knows like the scene basically, like former Hill guy, etc. And he tweeted this last night after this story dropped. When you talk to Democratic operatives in D.C. privately, every single one admits Gaza is the reason Harris lost. It is universally believed, and nobody will talk about it publicly. It's why the DNC didn't publish its postmortem. I mean, there you go.
Makes perfect sense. Makes
know,
perfect
like-
sense.
Like, is that probably a bit of a broad brush? Maybe. But like, I don't think like we should have any doubt that internally this is something that is very obviously known.
Yeah.
And
said in private.
right.
But,
Right.
But in order to like ever say it publicly, that might necessitate, changing your policy a little bit.
Yes.
First of all, admitting it's a genocide, or having to. Then it creates a responsibility to, I don't know, cut military aid to Israel or whatever. And so the party will lose again, in 4 years rather than moderate on Gaza. Really, I believe that.
Yeah, I mean, I think they have to do they would have to do all of that, and then they would also have to admit that they were wrong.
Yes.
And that people who they had and still have contempt for, namely Palestinians, like
the left wing of the party,
the left wing of the party, like
young
people who are against genocide, like people who refuse to like go along with their bullshit about like how it's really complicated and you don't understand and you don't know the history and
We're gonna
like blah blah
lose
blah
so
blah
many
blah.
Jewish voters, or yeah,
Right.
on and on and on, a million excuses.
Yeah, and it's like they would have to say, you know what? Actually, those people were right, and all the people who said if you like persist with this, you will lose the election. Like they were right too. You know, I don't subscribe to the idea that like there was like one thing that cost Democrats the election. It was a million things. But the difference about the Gaza thing is that it's the thing that they refuse to discuss.
Yeah.
You know, there's
It's about the only thing they didn't try.
right. I mean,
Yeah.
there's, you know, you can get like a dime a dozen takes on like, oh, you were too nice to trans people.
Yeah.
Like there's no shortage of assholes out there trying to push that kind of thing. But like even the notion that like the fact that they were actively fueling a genocide caused political problems for them, like is off limits.
Yeah.
You know, and I think you're right, Katherine, that like, you know, unless they reckon with that, I mean, it might not like keep them out of power. You know, like Trump is deeply unpopular, like they'll probably do okay in the midterms, we'll see. But like it will continue to be this symbol of everything that is wrong with the Democratic Party.
Like a true rod at
as-
its center. I view this
Exactly.
as like a new original sin for the party. And unless you cast out the people who supported it, you know, let's go for the moonshot. Let's prosecute them at the ICC for
Right.
aiding and abetting genocide, the crime of all crimes. You know, the party will be substantively unchanged. And, you know, there's always a, you know, existential, most important election of our lifetime around the corner. But, like, the bell has been rung on this, you know, and, like, young people, Palestinians, you know, this whole coalition who cared about a genocide in Gaza were begging the Biden campaign and then the Harris campaign to just say anything. Just give us, like, the thinnest shroud of, you know, of some kind of messaging that we can bring back to our people to show that you want us to vote for you. Because, sorry, we are going to be single issue voters if the issue is genocide. And no, you know,
Yeah,
didn't
and
happen.
like,
They're not going to want to reckon with it.
right.
You know, we live
and
in
like
hell.
and like the like Harris people, the Biden people, etc. Like they can't say they weren't warned.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
You
They were
know,
warned repeatedly.
like people were screaming it at them, like, if you don't give us even something, we will be forced, like, to not
Perhaps
support
withhold
you.
our vote. Yeah.
Like, because this is a red line that we can't cross. That red line being, again, genocide.
Yeah.
Like, you know, hello. I mean, you know, we don't have to relitigate the entire 2024 election.
Yeah.
But the fact that this has come up again and, you know, like, and has been suppressed enough that it's now being leaked, you know, like suggests not only like the extent to which they refuse to be honest about this, but also, you know, that there is still an internal like fight to be had within the Democratic Party about actually dealing with this. I mean, someone is going to leak that report at
Yes.
some point.
In
Like,
full.
it's-
And,
they
and
will.
good on them.
Any day now.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
if you're listening and you're capable of doing it, feel free to leak to me at The Intercept.
Or me at The Nation.
No, I said it
or
first. I said
both
it
of
first.
us at Discourse Blog.
Wow, that would be such a scoop.
Yes.
Then
yes,
we
that
really
would
could
be-
quit our day jobs.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have a really great track record on publishing on the contents of documents.
That's right.
Yes,
So-
that's right. Truthful reporting on the contents of documents.
Yes, we can guarantee
Yes.
we can guarantee you that we'll get published and that you'll only have to spend a few $1 million
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
lawsuit.
Oh boy.
We've gotten our 10,000 reps in on that. Let me tell
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
Yes, we have. We know what we're doing.
Speaking of not knowing what they're doing and keeping secrets,
Nice.
have both of you seen, or either of you seen, the ignominious video of FBI Director Kash Patel hamming it
yeah.
up with the U.S. hockey team following their
he's
glorious
so
victory over
cool.
Canada
He's such a cool
at
guy.
the
And
Olympics?
you could tell, like, what I hate most about Kash Patel, other than everything, is you can just tell he's like the kind of guy who had zero friends in high school. You know, so like, so now
Catherine, like, why stop at high school? Let's be real.
Yeah, I know. Like, just a guy who was a friendless, ugly loser his entire life. And now, this loser administration has been elevated. And what are you going to do? And again, like, obviously the U.S. hockey team seems like they're rocking with MAGA, to say the least. But also, what are you going to do?
Shocked?
Yeah, I
mean,
know.
Quite
but
the
also,
tableau.
yeah, but what are you going to do? Say no to the FBI director coming in the locker room? He just gets to, like, force his way into all these cool guy spaces that, were previously not open to
Off
him.
limits to him.
I gotta, well, here, let me drop a little piece of something. I basically got this tip about how Kash Patel was, like, the Indian kid growing up whose, like, parents would go out of town, and then he would throw house parties, and everyone would come and make fun of him at his house parties.
Oh God.
Oh,
Yeah, so, like, that fills out the psychology at work here.
yeah.
Yeah. Would have been a great headline for, like, a Gawker post.
Well, I mean, I direct people to Katherine's seminal blog, We're Being Ruled Over by the World's Biggest Losers.
God, I forgot about that.
Oh, well,
That is so good. God, I was so good.
yeah, you did a great job on that one.
Yeah, what
Thank
happened?
you.
Yeah, and like hats off to whoever assigned that one to you.
Or edited it. They actually deserve more credit, I think.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. But that we could save that for another day.
Yeah,
but
we can relitigate that another time.
But like, it is one of those things where, like, that. I mean, obviously, it's not the whole story. There are a million, like, other things, but in part, at its core, that's what we're talking about. Like, these just absolute, complete pathetic people, who, like, finally got their hands on a little power, and are just, like, exploiting it to the fullest. I mean, Kash Patel has been pulling this shit, the entire time he's been in office, like, flying his girlfriend around, like, using like FBI.
She's a country music star, Jack.
Oh, yeah, sorry, flying his country music star.
She's up and coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't know her.
Yeah. No, I definitely wouldn't.
No one does, but they do know her of her as Kash Patel's girlfriend. Anyway.
Yes, and like. And like, meanwhile, like, the FBI, which, like, obviously we hate the
love
FBI.
and respect.
Fuck them.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
sorry.
Oh,
sorry. Sorry.
Well,
we
love
love
and
the
respected
FBI.
James Comey. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But like, it's like they can't solve a fucking thing.
Oh my God.
No.
I saw my friend Jasper Nathaniel had the best tweet about it, which was, like, retweeting the video of him in the locker room being like, Nancy Guthrie, they're doing absolutely everything they can to find you if you're out there. Yeah, and like, Kash Patel also loves to just swoop into, like, any locality. Like the guy who, like, shot that MIT professor and someone else. He was, like, on the ground being like, we got him. You didn't get him. There was a tip, and then that guy killed himself. So,
Yes.
like,
Yes.
not exactly mission accomplished. Like, he was allowed to do it. He was not caught, and then he escaped justice.
And like, Nancy Guthrie, like, they've been looking for this woman.
It's been 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Where they literally have the guy on camera.
Yeah.
And like, they have like no leads, no clues.
It
no
gets
signs.
bleaker
The
and
last-
bleaker.
The last push
nothing.
notification I saw about it was they've now matched a glove that they found appearance-wise to what was in the surveillance video, which means they don't have DNA. It's like,
Right.
oh wow, you know about a black. Also, sorry, I was raised on shows like The First 48, so Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to go there in terms of where it clearly seems to be heading.
Oh my God. You know what I just realized? This is
What?
probably on Kalshi.
What?
Like
God,
the
you
predicted
mean like
Nancy
betting
Guthrie?
market.
yeah, you mean like is
Yeah.
she alive?
I gotta see
Yeah,
about this
I'm
now.
sure it
Yeah,
is.
what are
Or
the
on-
odds right now?
Or on Polymarket with
Yeah.
thanks to our friends at Substack. We
Yeah.
could integrate that into this pod if we wanted to.
And you know what? We absolutely would for the right price.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
it's on. Okay, it's Polymarket, which is a little more down market than Kalshi, and they
course,
phrased the
perfect for
bet. They
Substack.
phrased the bet as Nancy Guthrie kidnapper arrested by February 28th? Question mark. So not.
Yeah.
So
Not whether she's
yeah.
alive. That's
Yeah.
Nice
Also,
little
I'm gonna-
right around.
I'm
That
gonna
was
say
that was
no.
legal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no, not arrested
Listen,
by February 28th.
Cash is on the case. So
Yes.
give him
I
5
mean-
days.
The case
Well, and
led him
also-
to Italy.
And
in
I'm
the
sorry,
locker room,
not to
and
get
he's-
us totally sidetracked, but something we could see is, on February 27th, an anonymous account pops up on Polymarket that has never made another bet before and puts a shit ton of money on that. And then the next day,
Oh, yes.
it's captured. That has happened. That happened
Yeah.
with the Bad Bunny Super Bowl. Like there were a whole bunch of I don't know what they're even called, like betting lines about like
Yeah.
Bad Bunny. Will he have Rihanna out, or will he have so and so out?
Yeah.
And this person was clearly had insider knowledge. And was like a new account, a new anonymous account, and there's nothing to be done about these markets. They're also,
No.
back to the hilt by the Trump administration.
Yes.
I'll get off my soapbox and we can get back to
Yeah.
No, I mean
the
like
original topic. But I fucking hate these. You could also,
yes.
it's just
I mean,
the
isn't it
financialization of
s-
everything.
isn't it
Yes.
so fun that this is the world that we live in now?
I think it's really good, actually. It
Yeah.
makes me
creative
it
ways
makes me
to bankrupt
optimistic.
yourself.
Yeah, it makes me optimistic for the future. It's something that like a nation that's not dying gets involved
That's
with.
right.
It's like
That's
there's
right.
definitely there's a horizon and there's an articulated vision of the future for me to believe in. If you can bet on will Israel complete the genocide in Gaza?
Which I'm assuming you probably can bet on.
Yeah.
Yes, at least you used to be able to. Another really funny one was like it de facto made either Polymarket or Kalshi like the decider of whether the ousting of Maduro, the coup talk, hashtag real ones now, qualified as us invading Venezuela, because that's how the betting line was worded. And the betting market came down on no, it was not an invasion.
okay.
Yeah,
Well, the market has spoken.
Yeah, the market has spoken. Yeah, market logic ruling reality, basically.
Yeah,
And so a bunch of
yeah.
people lost a bunch of money on that.
Gallup polls are over.
So
Kalshi
sad for
predictions
them.
are in.
Yeah.
I will say, in terms of Kash Patel, like, not in his defense, but like quasi in his defense, realistically, probably the only thing worse than Kash Patel, flying off to Italy, to party while this FBI shit is going down, is Kash Patel actually being on the scene, and trying to involve himself, in these investigations. So it's not as though his presence, down in Arizona or whatever would actually be helpful. Probably he would wind up inadvertently destroying evidence, firing the wrong people, but nevertheless, he's possibly our stupidest person,
I think
currently
he's genuinely
in power.
dumb.
Yeah.
Whereas, like Stephen Miller is so evil because it's clear that he actually is smart in the Plato Machiavelli way.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
you know who
no,
else I
Kash
think
Patel
is-
has never met a shoelace he couldn't trip over.
You know what?
Yeah.
A little stem for him. Just a little stem.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's good out there. Things are going well. I
Yeah.
feel like we return to that pretty much every pod, but it remains.
Yes, we do.
It really gets truer and truer every time you turn around.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing that makes me feel good is that by this time, next week, we could have started a war with Iran,
Oh,
we
yeah.
needed some good a nice good war
Yes.
in our lives again. We haven't had
Americans
enough
are
of that
tired of
shit.
feeling like losers. We still have the Vietnam and the Iraq War hangover. We gotta,
Yes.
get
Yeah.
out there and give neocons who have never been more politically in the wilderness. Now they're just liberals. We got to bring
Yes.
them, validate what has been their project for the last 50 years. Like
Yes.
it's always been about war in Iran. Like
I
so,
do
so the idea
love-
that like Hugh Hewitt or whoever or who's the Weekly Standard guy,
Yeah.
or the
Are
guy
you
who
thinking
got
of Bill
mad at the
Kristol?
burger place. Yes.
John
Yeah.
Podhoretz.
Yeah, John Podhoretz. Oh,
Yeah.
did he
Oh,
die?
J-Pod, yeah.
No,
Wait,
his
No,
dad died.
no, his dad died.
Well, really sad that his dad didn't live to see it.
Yeah.
I hope.
J-Pod's tweeting about how is all this snow gonna melt? Like that's what he's on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
He's tweeting at DoorDash support.
yeah, he's also one of our dumber people.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, it's real. It is always like so funny to look at you look at someone like Brett Stevens, who
Yeah.
like 6 days a week he's like Trump is gonna destroy everything that makes America great, like blah 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 blah. And then on the 7th day he's like, I fucking love that he's about to kill everyone in Iran.
Yeah.
Like
Finally,
Totally.
someone's gonna do it.
yeah,
Finally, some speaking truth to power.
yeah, I mean, like these people will never ever like meet any kind of like deadly and destructive conflict that they don't love more than their own children.
Yeah.
That's
That's
like
what
it
Hawks
is.
do.
Yes.
Yeah, and they will, provide the media. What's really interesting to me, Will and I were talking about this, is that there's no case being made.
Yes, I was just
No.
about to say
Yeah,
the same
like
thing.
with,
yes.
post 9/11, the case was obvious. It was like, okay, case number one. And the case kept sliding, which lets
Yes.
you know how the war effort was going. Revenge for 9/11, got to get Osama bin Laden. Then the
Yeah.
case was WMDs. Then the case was
Shout out,
something,
what's her
something,
name
something
from
democracy.
You mean Judith Miller?
Yeah.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
the New York Times.
Yeah.
No. What's the other lady who made shit up from CBS? The 60 Minutes lady.
Lara Logan.
Laura Logan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
Shout
now
out.
completely out of her goddamn mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, cancellation happens. Anyway.
Yeah.
But I saw a piece of reporting, and I'm not going to remember exactly where I saw it recently, which was like they are in search of a case. So they know they want to go to a war with Iran, but like there's internal disagreement in the administration about whether they should say regime change or whether they should talk about the protests or whether they should
Right.
make it about oil. Because and this is fascinating that they don't even have to like create a facsimile of a case, like it's just like,
Yeah.
well, we're going to do it. In a way, it's much more honest. Like the Bush
Honest, yeah.
administration
Yes.
lied us into a fucking forever war, but it's also, insulting. It's like,
I know. It's like at least have
least
the courtesy
pretend.
to
Yeah.
lie to me
yeah,
about
like,
this.
but they are also correct. Americans are so stupid, especially the ones that support Donald Trump, that they will be like, yeah, if he says it, I'm going to support it, Yeah, I
And
don't
I
need a
think-
case.
I
And I
think
certainly am not going to
also-
fall for spreading democracy again.
Yeah, no, nobody
Yeah.
gives a shit about
Yeah,
that. I think also like this is a result of like the Iraq War being basically accepted. Like having supported the Iraq War has never been like a black mark against anyone in public life.
And in fact, the Democratic Party and the liberal establishment has been eager to wash those sins away and allow those people,
Exactly.
because now they hate Trump, so now they're welcome in
Right.
our big tent. That's our big tent.
But like the second that like Obama said we're looking forward, not back, the
Yes.
second that Obama like was like I'm now going to be like the judge, jury, and executioner, like in terms of deciding like who we blow to smithereens with a drone, like with no trial or due process, like it is
Including American citizens.
right. Like there has been a bipartisan like acceptance over the last 20 something years since Iraq that you didn't actually need to do any of these things. You know, like, you don't even need to bother, like, making a case for this shit.
Changing the window dressing or putting it up in the first place.
Right. Obviously, like, Trump is more, he's more crass about this stuff. But at the end of the day, like, the reason that he's able to do that, just as the way that he's able to do so many other things, is because everybody in power for the last 2 decades, you know, has colluded to allow the president of the United States to be in this position. You know, like, he can do whatever the hell he wants, and nobody is going to do a thing about it.
I also think it's worth pointing out that as far as foreign policy goes, like, that is one area of politics that, like, you know, Republican or Democrat, by and large, anytime there's an election, you can't meaningfully vote for a different U.S. foreign policy because there are essentially, you know, the foreign policy blob is such that there really aren't many disagreements between parties, and that's what makes it a consensus, i.e. Israel and Gaza. You know, like, meaningfully, there was no difference. You know, there were few outliers, bless them, among the Democrats, but they are not enough to challenge the establishment status quo. You know, like, for U.S. foreign policy is a monolith.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
about Israel,
like,
about Iran, about Venezuela for the most part. We're
yeah,
really
and
seeing
also just generally about, like, the idea that it is America's sort of natural place in the universe to dominate the rest of the world.
Yeah. U.S.
you know,
imperialism.
Yeah, that just, like, well, of course that's what we're doing. Like, why wouldn't we? You know, like, we disagree about how to do it, maybe, but like, you know, nobody disputes that, like, actually we should have the insane, like, global footprint that we do, or that we should have the right to basically blow anybody we want away if we choose to.
Just flop our dicks on the table if we want Greenland, if we want to oust Maduro, you know, like, this, Trump is making these things, you know, like, U.S. imperialism, I think, has been extremely successful because it's not like the British Empire. Like, we didn't need to have boots on the ground necessarily. We've basically achieved, you know, American supremacy through economics, you know, like economic imperialism. But now, like, the Trump doctrine, and I'm not, you know, like, him talking about the Monroe Doctrine, and it's too nauseating. But, you know, like, that's breaking down, and he's doing the other kind of imperialism, which is just, you know,
the regular kind.
Yeah, the regular kind. You know, he's making it so much more explicit, as he's done with so many things. And Democrats, their only response is really to be mad about him being crass. To be mad about, like, him being overt and, like, rude about it. But, like, you know, I don't think the Democrats meaningfully opposed, you know, us doing a coup in Venezuela. The Democrats didn't meaningfully oppose us aiding and abetting a genocide in Gaza. You know, like, yeah. So again,
and if they do, like, you know, with very limited exceptions, but, like, the, you know, the sort of mainstream or, like, center of the Democratic Party, or whatever you want to call it, you know, their objection almost inevitably is like, yeah, well, like, you didn't sign the piece of paper before you did it. Like, you know, you should have let us vote to, like, agree with you.
Yes.
Like, to do this,
the
you know, and, like,
AU,
not
MF
that
stuff.
not that, like, congressional oversight is not, like, important, like, as a way, you know, to go about doing things, you know, but it's like, if your only argument is like, well, I just really am mad at you because you, like, didn't fill out Form 17B like you were supposed to, then, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that? You know, that's nothing.
This is the Democrats' essential sickness, which is, you know, the right has, you know, dove as far into the dumpster or the sewer as you can go. If, like, street level are norms, they are, you know, they're Jean Valjean. I don't even want to smear Jean Valjean that way, but they are roaming the sewers. And Democrats' only rebuttal or recourse is basically like appealing to the refs to enforce the rules.
Yes.
It's the parliamentarian, just keep voting. All of these things, which are basically like, they just keep going lower, and we're just gonna keep going high. And it's, it sucks that this has to be the case, but we got to get down in the dirt with them. Otherwise we will just keep losing on things that really matter. Gavel.
Yeah. Hard smash cut.
I was shutting up to follow Alex's directions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll say
okay.
Frasier to that.
Oh God.
What is Frasier?
It's Jack's hot new catchphrase. He's trying to make happen.
My big new thing is, instead of saying cheers, say Frasier.
I don't like that. I'm not about that.
Well,
That's
last week
okay.
he said it how many times, Sam? 7
I think
or
10.
8? Okay.
I mean, a couple weren't mine.
11. Yeah.
We should call this pod "Men Explain Things to Me." Anyone? No, just kidding. Woke
Frasier is a
over.
television show.
I know what Frasier is, but the catchphrase doesn't make any goddamn sense.
No. Wait,
That's
my
kind of the
catchphrase? No,
point.
it does. It does. It does.
Because you're saying I'll say cheers to that, capital C.
Yeah, exactly.
Proper noun. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
reject it from the root.
Speaking
Yeah.
of things we don't reject, but we actually recommend. It's time for cultural recommendations. Jack, do you have anything this week?
Okay, yes, I do. And this is also for Katherine. My cultural recommendation. Well, 2 cultural recommendations actually. One, go watch Alyssa Liu's figure
Yes.
skating performance, because
Such joy.
it was like, I mean, it was so good and so different from what you usually get.
Yes.
And I just loved it, like, in a way that, normally I more like appreciate the talent, but this I was like, oh my God, she's like so great and fun. So do that. And then also I have to recommend one of the greatest clips of all time, because Philippe Gaulier, aka the clown who met Hillary Clinton,
Yes. R.I.P.
Rest
recently
in
died.
power.
Yeah.
And he gave us, along with Hillary, one of the greatest 60 seconds you will ever see.
Clown is more difficult.
Comedy is okay, but the clown is more difficult.
Just as a tiny aside,
yes.
I have a friend in the yes. I have a friend in the New York clowning community, and I ran into him at a bar recently, and he was reading his book, and then I went to great lengths to explain the Hillary Clinton whole setup, and I was not getting through. I'll say Frasier to that. That was my Frasier moment.
Oh God.
See?
Yeah.
Not even
It
5
happens- Yeah,
minutes.
it happens to the best of us.
Language
fails.
I mean, I have watched that clip maybe 1,000 times.
Yes.
And every single time it makes me just die laughing. It is the greatest thing you will ever watch.
I'll be thinking about it on my deathbed, honestly.
I mean, and he was only 75 years old or something when they made that video, or 78. He looks
killed
about
him.
9,000 years
Yeah.
old.
Clinton
And
body count.
yeah. And
An ancient clown.
yeah. And and he's just if you go and your mother, she doesn't love you if you're a girl. And Hillary
Yes.
Clinton is just sitting there going,
Yes.
yes. And then that other lady is like, yeah. I mean,
that is a
it's
very
it's just the greatest thing, and I highly recommend it.
Amazing.
Can I
Katherine,
go?
do you have anything?
Yes, I do. Watch The Secret Agent. Saw it, loved it. Absolutely loved it. Second thing, if you live in New York City, go see Bug, the play.
Carrie Coon.
Starring Carrie Coon, a person whose name I feel like she should change.
She's committed.
Yeah, and written, well, not directed this time around, but written by her husband, Tracy Letts. Really good, really claustrophobic. Bring your weirdest friends.
All right. Four great ones. I only have one this week, which is the somewhat controversial, but I find highly entertaining American Love Story, JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette.
Is it really good?
It's good in a way that surprised me.
Yeah. Okay.
It's schlocky. It's schlocky and self-aware. And yes, I know there was all this drama around the costuming, and I know there's all this drama around, the surviving members of the family being like, you shouldn't be doing this, and it's like, shut up.
They have bigger fish to
whatever.
fry.
Yeah,
I know,
seriously.
y'all should focus on not dying. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Anyway,
running for New York 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ryan Murphy is so back. Thankfully he does not
He
write
never
or
goes
direct.
away though. He never.
Yeah.
He can't. You got to go away to come back.
Yeah,
And
he,
mostly he should be stopped. Yeah.
He did not write or direct any of the episodes. He just,
Okay.
the EP. So his
Okay.
stink is a bit of a distance. Although there is an amazing scene where Naomi Watts as Jackie Kennedy, in the
I love
grips
that.
of cancer, is chain smoking while holding a portrait of JFK while Camelot plays.
Wow.
She sings along.
That
So-
definitely happened.
So that
I
was
love
that moment. That moment stuck out in such a way where I'm like, Ryan Murphy definitely saw this in the edit. It was like,
Yeah.
what if she was chain smoking and dancing with
Yeah,
JFK?
I love that.
Anyway, excellently cast. Sarah Pigeon, who I didn't know at all, apparently who was in Stereophonic on Broadway, is
Oh, okay.
like A-list superstar. Like, it's gonna happen for her after
Really?
this. Like, I am transfixed by her. They're
Yeah.
more going for like this rom-drum throwback to classic 90s, like mid-budget,
Okay. All right.
that type of movie scene kind of situation. It looks gorgeous, fantastic cinematography. They have an amazing music budget. They're dropping actual songs on this, incredible needle drops. And unfortunately, I do love it.
I've
the
been meaning to
writing,
check it out.
writing's a little all over the place, but
You
know
don't
what?
say.
Is it better or worse than All's Fair?
Unfortunately, my TV doesn't get that channel, so I can't.
I watched
see
a solid
that.
15 minutes of that show.
I meant to
before.
check that out and his new show, The Beauty. It's too hard to keep up with. As
Yeah.
a
The
thing
Ryan
my-
Murphyverse.
A thing my dad says is like, I'm busy that day. So did you watch All's Fair?
No.
I'm busy that day.
I mean, listen, after there's a nuclear meltdown, the three
Yeah.
things that will be left are like Twinkies, cockroaches, and Ryan Murphy shows. Like,
God
we'll never
bless
get
him.
rid of him.
yeah.
Anyway, watch it. Took me by surprise. It's if you go in knowing like it's schlocky, I think you're in for a good time.
Okay.
Anyway,
Good Rex.
and so that concludes another fantastic episode of Discourse Pod. Jack, Katherine, thank you so much for being
Thank you
here.
for having me.
And thank you
Always a
for
good
listening to the
time.
episode of Discourse Pod. Please remember to like and subscribe wherever you listen to or watch us if it's right for your family. And remember, if you're a subscriber, you can head over to discourseblog.com for an extended version of this episode with bonus segment, special edition episodes, and all of our amazing blogs. And then if you listen to us on Spotify, you can also connect your subscription and listen to and or watch us there. Come back next week for another new episode. Bye.
Bye.
Discourse Pod is a production of Discourse Blog. I'm your host, Alex Chan. Jack Merkinson is my co-host. Our producer, editor, and art director is Sam Grasso. You can listen to every episode of Discourse Pod at discourseblog.com, on the Substack app, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.